Hello. I wanted to come on here today and talk about the energetic body, the currency that you're riding on, and how it's affecting you on the ice, affecting you in your sport. I put together a little writing. It just came through on Monday, and I did share it on Monday in the stories if you didn't catch it. But I wanted to share it again today. And I wanted to just talk through it a little bit and explain it and relate it to the sport, to the elemental athlete. It's fly, soar, be free. What does that mean? Open, ready, steady. Can an eagle be steady? A fish in the water, the stream. Yes, steady and free, flowing, gliding, using the senses to direct the energy towards a frequency. What is your frequency? Fear, worry, trust, courage, love, faith, anger, shame, pain. Can a moment of bringing your attention to your frequency, can you tune into it? For this is what is directing your energy, your yeses, your nos, your trajectory, all in a breath of awareness, realization, acceptance, and choice, a heart-led intention and action. You're back en route. The reality is that we have this energetic body, we have an emotional body, we have a mental body as well. Mental, emotional, energetic, physical, spiritual, soulful. And the reality is that if you are in alignment with fear, whether you know you are or not, or that frequency, that energetic currency is within you, it will affect all your actions, your inactions. It is directing you. So if, for instance, I'm a therapist as well, multidimensional therapist, so I work hands-on with patients. But if I have an athlete that wants to return to play sooner than maybe they're ready, the conversation we always have is, what would happen if someone, if you received a really good hit, if you received another knee on knee, if you were hit into the boards again, if someone ran into you in the net. When you think of that, do you have any fear in your body? Is there anything within you that's not quite sure if you're ready yet? And if that is something that is there, then what we do is we have to create a dry land scenario where someone is receiving like a hit from their buddy, and we're creating what might be a real life scenario on the dry land with maybe 20% around there. And we're seeing, how does that feel? Do you feel strong? Do you feel like you're going to be okay? But if you go out on the ice and you're riding this wave of fear of being re-injured, it's going to affect you. You're going to turn left when you really should have turned right. And the reality is it can lead to another injury. So another scenario would be that, and this is where anger and fear could be, but maybe you're a player that, I've had lots of players where they were the top scorer on their team and they have been in a dry spell. There's been a good 8 games or more that they've had shots on the net, fair enough, but none have gone in. So there's this frustration around that, but there's also this fear of, am I going to score a goal again? Am I going to get back to who I've always been? And then the more that little bit of worry can come in, the more we don't even realize we're aligning with that. And that becomes the reason why we're missing missing that shot, or the accuracy isn't there. Because there's this little bit of uncertainty and worry or fear And then if it starts to come into the bigger picture, it can really affect us, right? So the key is to tune into that, to tune into the frequency that you've been riding on. Have you been wanting more ice? What have you been expecting that hasn't been delivered? What have you been expecting of yourself? And I wanted to bring in a scenario. So the scenario is, in that writing, can an eagle be steady? Where is it here? Fly, soar, be free. What does that mean? Open, ready, steady. Can an eagle be steady? A fish in the water, the stream. So that's where we start to feel like life, life starts to feel like we're a little bit in air. We're not in control, or we're in a river or a stream where we're floating. We're not on the earth. We're not rooted and grounded on the earth. So life can feel that. Life can present different scenarios like that. But do we believe that an eagle that is flying feels steady? That a fish that is going up the stream feels steady? And do we believe that that is possible? So if we believe that is possible, here you are, an eagle flying. And a gust of wind comes in, and you just catch it and you ride it, and you're able to come back down. Can you imagine if you were that eagle and you were riding the wave of fear a little bit, that you were afraid a gust of wind was going to come and you weren't certain how you were going to handle it? Can you imagine when that gust of wind comes where it's like, whew, okay, I don't know if I handled that all right, or you're afraid, you feel the wind again and you start to lean before you needed to. But the reality is, if you are going along and you're riding the wave of fear, there's going to be these quick kind of motions. There's going to be a little bit of closure through the body, this furling, if you will, versus if you just trust and you're just there witnessing how you navigated that situation. And another one is if you've been frustrated with yourself, you've been expecting yourself to score more goals, you've been expecting yourself to show up in a different way, but you haven't fully accepted that you're actually afraid you can't anymore, or you're unable to, or what will people think of you if you don't score those goals, kind of thing. So there can be fear there, but there can also be anger, because we can start to feel angry at ourselves, frustrated. Why aren't we getting this, And that's the same with that eagle, where you've been practicing receiving the wind as it comes. And then here you are in a moment that matters, and the wind gust comes in and you don't quite handle it right. And inside that internal dialogue, when are you going to get this? Why do you keep messing up? What's wrong with you? Figure your shit out, whatever. However you talk to yourself. I have my own inner critic that has her way, his way. It's kind of a masculine, feminine energy that direct me. So for you, the sooner you can realize self-realization, self-acceptance, self-compassion, you realize, I actually am worried that I'm not going to score another goal. I am worried that that's not going to happen, and what it's going to mean. So, fair enough. Of course, you'd feel that way. But can I come into, but I trust that what is happening for me right now, I'm learning patience. I'm spending more time on the ice. I'm actually honing other skills. I'm seeing how I am playing differently out there that's also helpful. So if you can come back to loving yourself, respecting yourself, and feeling honored to be having all these experiences, grateful. And you can start coming back to that eagle that trusts that all that has happened for you, and all that is happening for you. And that whole yes please to a future I do not see. But if you can come into that, so keep visualizing that eagle, And as you are heading into the weekend, heading into your games, see where maybe you're riding a wave, a frequency that isn't serving you. And that what it's doing is it's altering your behavior like a little puppet and getting you to, it'll play out in things like you're overthinking. You pass the puck before you need to. You had more time and space. You shoot before you needed to. You had more time and space. Maybe you hit someone when you really didn't need to take it that far and you got a penalty. So all of those things are what acting out fear, anger, resent, or all those different energetic emotions can look like. That's how it would play out. So pay attention to those kind of behaviors of how you are responding, reacting to life, and see where maybe you can bring in some acceptance and where you can come back to trusting, come back to courage, come back to hope, and coming back to that primal nature that everything is perfect, everything has been perfect, and you got to keep being steady and keep trusting yourself to keep showing up and trust that what is for you will arrive. Yeah. If you have any thoughts, ponderings, please share. And with all of this, as per the feed below, if you've listened this far, it's just a reminder of coming back to like the elemental practice of awareness, of intention, of acceptance. And the only way we can get to all of those areas and to be aware of the emotions that are within the frequencies that we are riding on, it all comes back to you feeling your body. So to you feeling that you are breathing. So that awareness of the breath in, the breath out, that softening of the hands, softening of the jaw, softening of the eyes, the feet. Maybe it's even closing the eyes and really feeling like, what is true for me right now? What do I feel? And what feelings are maybe derailing me? What feelings are benching me? What feelings are not supporting me? And coming into acceptance that those feelings exist, and then coming into empowering yourself with coming into, and I also trust. And you come into using your breath, using your awareness to really be on a self-discovery process, to create self-harmony when you need it. Okay, my dears, let me know if there's any questions. If you ever want to start a journey for yourself in getting to know yourself better and what tools are best for you, I am here. And just send me a direct message. You can go into my link tree. You'll see there's a way to contact me there. And I work with players, I work with coaches, and I work with goalies. And I work with all different sports, and I also am just really known for hockey, but I do work with all sports. So even if you're a weekend warrior, I would work with you too. So let me know. Take care. And yeah, be kind to yourself. Be your own coach. Be your own friend. Okay, take care. Bye.